All right, today we're going to be taking a look at graphing functions. So here's our real world situation. It says that Eric gets paid in dollars for each hour he babysits his little brother. Graph that function, right? So we see up here that he gets $3 for every hour that he watches his little brother. So hour is H, dollars that he's going to totally get is D. All right, so when we get a function and we want to graph it on a coordinate grid, first thing we have to do is fill out a function table. That's going to tell us what our points are, what our coordinates are on our grid. Okay, so let's start filling some things in. Sometimes these are filled in. If they're not filled in, then we can kind of do a few ourselves. All right, so let's start with if he watches his brother for 1 hour, we know that would be 3 times 1, 3 times H. If H is 1, he would have $3. All right, if he watches his brother for 5 hours, that would be 3 times H. 3 times 5 is $15. If he watches his brother for 10 hours total, that would be 3 times 10. 3 times 10 is 30. He would get $30, and so on and so forth. Now, if all of these are filled in, we'd fill them in, but I'm just going to graph these ones here. We'd keep going to fill up our chart. Now, we have to plot it. Now, typically, we've been working with coordinate grids that had an X and then a Y up and down. But this time the letters have changed, so we have to see which one of these coordinates is on the bottom and which one is going up. So H is on the bottom. I see it because there's a H right down here, and D would be going up because there is a D right there. So let's start graphing. Well, if H was 1, his dollars would be 3. So up 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a little dot there. Okay. If I keep going, now this coordinate grid didn't have numbers on the side, but we still can kind of figure it out. Here is 5 right here. H would be 5, so that would be 5 over. It would be 15 up because the D was 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I put a little dot right there. Now we had 10, so that would be 5 over, or 10 over, and 30 up, because D is up, H is on the side. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know that was 15, and 30 would go way off the charts. We're going to graph all of these points. Once we've graphed all of the points, then we connect our points together, and we get a line to graph that function. So it's that simple. You're going to look at the equation. You're going to plunk it into your function table. Once your function table is all filled out, then you plot every single one of these points, and then at the end, connect it together. Now, my line was really, really squiggly because I don't have a line tool on here, but if you have a nice line tool that makes you a straight line, that's kind of what you're going to want to do. All right, so good luck. You're going to be graphing some different equations or some different functions today.